story of when one of my most defining moments in my childhood was actually playing baseball. And I think sports oftentimes is, those teachable moments happen in sports. And I think a lot of times that in sports we really learn life lessons. And I learned an important life lesson when I was playing baseball as a kid. So long story short, I was never a very good baseball player, never very athletic in anything that required aggression. I was not a very aggressive kid. So there I was in the championship game, my summer of my 8th grade year, going to 9th grade, and I was playing with kids a few years older than me in this little league in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. And these kids were a few years older than me. They oftentimes, on my team, they oftentimes bullied me, picked on me. You know, I was a little short guy that was weaker and wasn't real good, so I was a prime target to get picked on. And we got into the playoffs, didn't have the best regular season, and we got into the playoffs. And we somehow found ourselves in the championship game. And we were in the last inning, and we were up by 3 runs, and the bases were loaded, and sure enough, their big hitter was up. And there I was, standing in right field, you know, as a little 8th grader, just standing there just like this, looking like I knew what I was doing. And of course, we all know that the least skilled players get put in right field because the ball gets hit there the least. But if a batter swings late, we know that the ball does go to right field and kind of curves over there. So their big hitter was up, and here I am just thinking to myself, oh no, this guy could potentially hit the ball to me, and if I drop it, it's not going to be good. And I'm just kind of standing there, staring, sun's shining brightly into my face, so I'm just like, please don't come to me, ball, please don't come to me, please don't come to me. And I'll be honest, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, I didn't want the ball to get hit to me at all. I was really worried about that. So the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitcher delivers the ball, and crack, the ball's coming right at me. And of course, my first thought as I'm looking up at this ball is, oh shoot, you know, we just lost the game. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, you're not going to catch it, your team's going to lose, but if you don't make it look like you try to catch this ball, then you know, it's going to look bad. So you just got to make it look like you tried. Just, you know, jump up and then fall down and the ball goes over your head and then run and get the ball and try to throw it back in. You know, just at least make it look like you've tried. So what I did after I said, oh shoot, is I backpedaled as fast as I could. I just backpedaled. And I backpedaled fast, and I backpedaled probably for as long as it took the ball to come to me, and I put my hand up like this. So as I'm backpedaling, I'm going like this. But when I think I see the ball come over my head, I just jump up, and boom, I felt something land into my glove. And I kind of come down, and I hit the ground like this, and I'm like, no way, I must just be imagining this. And I look, and sure enough, there's the baseball. And I couldn't believe it. You know, I was in disbelief. And I kind of jog back, you know, and I flip the umpire the ball, like it's no big deal, you know, like I make these catches all the time. Pitcher comes up to me after the game, and this was a kid that oftentimes made fun of me. And he says to me, he goes, thank you so much, you saved my butt. And here was a guy that, you know, was bullied me, picked on me, and here he was so thankful that I caught that ball. And it was one of those defining moments. And really, one of the reasons why I like to tell this story is because sometimes in life, we get down on ourselves, we don't think that we can do something. But if we just try, if we just put the thought there in our head that we might be able to at least try, at least give it our best shot, sometimes it pays off. In all honesty, that was lucky, right? I felt like it was a lucky catch. But I really believe that God sent an angel down to help lift me up and make that catch that day. And it was just one of those defining moments that really made a big difference in my life. And really, I look at things a lot different because of that defining moment. And I'm very thankful that that happened and that I had that moment. And it was really an incredible moment in my life. And as I tell that story, you know, I'm not exaggerating one bit on that. That really is how it went down and really is how it happened. So I guess, remember, always give it your best shot and try your best in everything that you do.